What's up, Netrunners? Welcome to PeachHack. My name is Ben, and with me here is Ross. What's up, Ross?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing great. We are going into the second game of round 2 of the Giga-bites Cafe Store Championship in Marietta, Georgia on January 24th, 2015. Both of these two players coming off of a grueling, intense game in Game 1, but now we're moving on to Game 2. A little bit under the gun in terms of time, but hopefully they can pull it off. On the left, we have Austin, who is playing as Jinteki, replicating, Personal Evolution, Black Tree, the one that lets you do a net damage every time an agenda is scored or stolen. And on the right, we have another Black Tree.
Oh,
There we go. It's a Kate. We have Anthony playing Kate McCaffrey, who is a runner where the first hardware or piece of hardware or program they install each turn costs 1 less. So, medical research fundraiser just off the bat here. One thing that I wanted to mention in case there's people out there wondering, Austin on the left does have a few proxy cards in his deck. He did clear it with a TO ahead of time, so it's cool. Don't freak out. It's cool. And a classic Austin move, leaving both of his centrals open and icing and putting down a remote right away.
Right. Yeah. I've been able to play against Austin's PE. He does not play the Cambridge style. He builds a big remote and uses melange to get there, and will force you to come and get 1 point a turn.
Yeah, he plays a Glacier PE, which is really interesting. It's a lot of fun. Well, it's probably to play as, but if you're playing, someone who's playing with the typical metagame where they look at Black Tree and think shell game, well, that's not what you're going to find against Austin at all.
Yes. Here we've got a pretty decent setup here, getting the prepaid out. Interesting, not checking central, but
you need one more credit. You hated that.
Interesting with the professional contacts too.
yeah.
With Kate, prepaid makes a lot of sense. We see a lot of prepaid Kate these days. Lucky finds or gambles, get you a lot of money. Professional contacts, I feel like, is not as common in that build though. Do you see that much?
It was in the Gen Con winning deck. I'm not as big a fan of it. I'd rather draw through my deck with diesels and quality times, and Austin really wanting to get that net damage out.
Give me a lucky find though. It's actually pretty big. Yeah. Not as much money going to be coming out for Anthony.
Yeah, but professional contacts against PE is generally quite nice.
It's true. You're going to be drawing a lot because you're going to be taking damage. So make money while you draw. Makes sense.
Yeah. It looks like he has a quality time as well.
Yes. Certainly a good card to play at least early in your turn if you're going to be making a dangerous run against PE. But I think at this point he's more just looking for pieces of a rig.
Yes. Get your parasites in the trash because they're better there than in your hand.
He does decide to check R&D, and Austin's going to ping him. Is he going to ping him?
He's got like 8 cards in hand.
Yeah.
I think you just let him in.
Nope, no ping. And sees nothing. Nothing interesting, at least, that he can... Austin's suggesting maybe we should show the game. Ooh, it's a hedge fund.
Okay.
Nice.
That's nice.
All right, well, yeah, there's not much you can do with that. But I'm sure Austin will be happy to see it.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm not really sure what you do. So, okay, clone chip, and I see there is a parasite.
Yeah.
He's probably going to want to trash that. Oh, he has 5 in hand, though. So. Oh, no, he has 6 in hand.
Yep.
There it is. Yep, parasite in the trash. Exactly where you want it.
No, Komainu is not scary at all. You can just
data sucker.
Zap it. Yep.
Turns it off. Oh, and install onto the rope, and 2 pieces of ice. And suddenly, everything is closed off.
Yes. At least for now.
Mm-hmm.
Not playing the hedge fund this turn either. Just setting up for getting out the second prepaid. So his economy is going to be clicking.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I guess it'll. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, 2 prepaids this early is going to be great for Econ. Spending 3, yep, on a lucky find. That'll bring him up to 9.
From 1 credit.
From 1 credit. The power of the lucky finds. And we see a super legitimate Jackson Howard. And there's his hedge fund.
Yeah. I think he said hedge fund for 3, but that was actually his second. Jackson.
I wonder if he counted the Jackson Res as his first click by accident.
That's what I do enough times, too. I probably shouldn't.
It happens.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to say, the game's been going on for a long time, and, people make mistakes. But this is round 2.
I mean, they did just play, what, a 40?
They did just play a 48-minute game, yeah.
When you're running with 2 cards in your hand, against PE, I guess you've got to deal with it.
We see an Ottman in hand for Anthony. I wonder, so usually you want to put your Ottman's 4 is the magic number for Ottman.
Right.
But against Jinteki, it's a different story. You've got, a Plascrete too. I guess he's scared of,
Scorch?
Yeah, Scorch from Snares. Of course, which Anthony plays himself.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Austin plays it himself.
True.
And we see a Hokusai Grid. That's a card I love.
And that is a card that Austin likes to play, yeah. Like I was saying, with Ottman, I'm not really sure where you put it at against Jinteki because you're worried about Kamainu at 1, Tsurugi at 2.
Right.
I mean, those are like the 2 cards in my mind to be scared of in Jinteki. So I guess Ottman at 0 and 2 is not a bad idea with a Data Sucker.
He's going to use the Jackson to get his 2 economy cards back. And I guess on the Ottman thing, it may just be one of those cards you put in the trash and just get out and set it wherever you need it to. And
sure.
I think you'd prefer to Parasite the things like Tsurugi and Komainu, but of course that's dependent on you drawing those cards.
And Austin installing 2 things and putting another ice on that server. That was me coming by. He was asking me if he should show what R&D accesses are. If you want to, sure, go for it.
I don't know if he remembered to pay a credit for that ice install, but
I think you're right. That might have been my fault coming by, saying what's up. My bad. I'll take the blame for that.
I mean, he's sitting on 11 credits, so right now it's not too big a deal. Is that a stim hack I see in hand?
I think it is.
You may or may not know, viewers, that I have a history with that card, for better or worse.
Oh, man. I'm sure we'll hear that story. You didn't use your Ross hack sleeves.
Not for this tournament, no. They're hard to shuffle with.
Oh, that's too bad.
So he's going to Dirty Laundry Archives and get net damaged, and there goes the stim hack.
Rip stim hack.
But yeah, it's fantastic in Kate. Like, you stim hack, you pay whatever you need for your SMC.
I've been using it in Chaos Theory with Personal Workshop.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun as well, too. It's like, just load it up, and there you go. I have 8 free R&D interfaces.
Anthony's got money.
Yeah.
He's not in want of money. Ooh, and a Brain Trust.
Yeah.
A Glacier PE it is.
Those lucky finds just...
The Lucky Find Magnet.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not too big a deal right now. He can... Looks like he's about to install the Ottman.
I love how he puts down the cards. He holds it and then bloop, it falls. And it looks like he's leaving it at 0.
Yeah, he's got archives open for free access. And most of the scary ice, as you mentioned earlier, that's in Tsurugi and Komainu, he can break right now.
Yep. He's got the 2 Data Suckers, so no problem. Well, I guess at this point he's just going to make some runs. Spend that money.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to run fourth click.
You don't want to run last click for Jinteki.
Yeah.
He does have the Plascrete in case he gets a snare, but we did hear the TO just call out 5 minutes left, so 5 minutes left in this round. We've got to play fast. Ooh, an Astrolabe, which I don't know how many more remote servers Austin's going to make, but well, I mean, it's an extra MU, so.
So, Austin giving,
Medical
Anthony the capability to go up to 25 credits, it looks like.
And so, I mean, Austin, he says he's playing a Glacier PE, but he says he doesn't care if the runner has money because what he wants to do is punish the runner for their runs.
Right.
Not necessarily tax them, but punish them.
Yeah, it's interesting because like you can install and double advanced feedals after like they hit a snare, and it's gonna be really hard for them to get to that because they're gonna have to take 3 net damage, pay 2 credits, run through your server, which is just so punishing out of PE.
We do see that Ottman at 2. So he's got the breakers he needs to deal with Jinteki. And he's running the server. He's got 4 cards in hand. And we did see that Austin drew a Hokusai grid before. So no res on the first one, Kamino on the second, which with the data sucker he can pay through. Actually, with the clone chip parasite, he could just kill it. But I think he's got money, so why not use it?
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to keep running through the Komainu, but of course.
Sure. But, well, he'll continue. So then, So reses Hokusai grid, hits House of Knives, and then snare. That'll do 5 damage.
And he only has 4 in hand.
Yep, so that's it. Wow. Nice timing on the right timing on when to put down the snare.
Yeah. And he's just describing how Anthony has to say, when he says, I'm going to access that, he can still use the House of Knives credit right then.
Right, yeah.
Just kill him with that.
There's a window once the runner has committed to accessing that you can use paid abilities, and that's when Austin res the Hokusai grid and used
The House
of Knives. Section 4.3 of the run.
Yeah, one of the most important parts of the
yes,
run.
absolutely. Go check it out on the run structure. But that's it. They managed to fit it into one round, 2 full games. Congratulations to Austin on that win. A quick win and a sneaky win. But well played to both players. And thanks to Anthony for coming out. He drove all the way out here from Alabama for this tournament. And it's always nice to see him out here. This was a pretty big tournament with 47 players. But yeah, we'll be going on to round 3 pretty soon. Ross, thank you once again for joining me on commentary.
Yeah, thanks for having me out.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see you guys next time.